It's March, which means it's finally spring, which means it's Sakura season. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another recipe video. And today, to celebrate the start of spring and to say bye-bye to winter, hopefully, there always seems to be another flash freeze around the corner. Yay, global warming! We are going to be making Sakura scented and flavoured shortbread. I don't know why when I make shaped biscuits I hate rolling dough out. There's no rhyme or reason to it, I just hate the mess. So when I was thinking about making Sakura shaped biscuits, I was racking my brains, how can I get away with not rolling dough out? And then I thought, mooncake moulds. It's pretty simple really, all you have to do is take a little bit of biscuit dough, ram it into that mould and smush it out. And you have a lovely pattern. So yes, mooncake moulds don't have to just be for mooncakes. Although I am sure I will use these come mooncake season in the autumn because they are very pretty. Anyway, back to cherry blossoms. We're going to use one of my favourite cherry blossom ingredients, which is soluble Sakura leaf powder. I'll pop a link down below in the description so you know where to buy it. I think they ship internationally. This isn't an ad, by the way, I just always use them when I do Sakura flavoured things. And the powder can dissolve into anything, so you can actually make Sakura lattes out of it too. This is yet another super simple recipe. It has relatively few ingredients, and it's roughly based off of the traditional 3-to-1 quantities of shortbread, which is 3 parts flour, 2 parts butter, and 1 part sugar. Had to think for a minute. And because Sakura leaf powder is colourless and we want it to be pink, we are actually going to add a little bit of food colouring in as well. It's not natural, but it is so pretty. So let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. Let's start by preheating our oven to 180 degrees C. Now to make the shortbread dough, I have 160 grams of unsalted butter, which I have softened at room temperature. I'm going to add 80 grams of icing sugar to it. You can add granulated or caster sugar to it if you want a bit more crunch, but I like mine melt in the mouth. And I'm also going to add some food colouring at this stage, so let's give a squeeze of pink. I don't know about you, but whenever I use food colouring, I like to go garish because this is fake colouring, so why not? Have a little bit of fun. I'll give another small squeeze. We may need a bit more later, it's a bit hard to judge at this point, but let's start with 2 big drops of gel food colouring, which is quite concentrated in colour. I'm also going to add a good pinch of salt, and I'm going to cream everything together. There we go, it doesn't have to be exact at this stage. Now I've got 240 grams of plain flour here, and I'm going to add half of it at this stage, roughly half. And to flavour it, I'm going to add 2 tablespoonfuls of soluble Sakura leaf powder. I'll put a little link down below in the description to where you can buy this. They ship internationally. I'm going to give this a good old stir again. Delicious, you can smell that floral Sakura scent already. Now we're going to add the rest of our flour and stir that in, and it might transfer to my hands because the dough is going to get pretty stiff at this point. And here we have quite a crumbly, but still keeping it together, shortbread dough, and this is what we want. Now to shape these biscuits, I'm actually going to use a mooncake mould. Any excuse for me to avoid rolling biscuit dough out, I hate that. I don't know why, it just gets really messy. So instead I'm actually going to roll the dough into balls and then stamp them out. And in case you've never seen how a mooncake mould works before, one of these stampy ones, let me show you how to put it together. So I've got 3 different patterns here. I probably am going to use all of them. Let's start with this one since I'm holding it. And the first thing you do is you have to hook it onto your stamping plate. Well, you have to hook the stamping plate onto this thing. Give a little twist so it sits in there nice and snugly. And then you feed it into the tube like this. And you can already see how the stamping action happens. Pop your spring on. Pop the nut on. Right until it reaches the bottom. Don't screw it too tight, otherwise you won't get it back off again. And then we're going to screw, whoops, the handle on. And then whenever you want to change the plate, it's easier just to take it all apart. And when you want to wash it as well. Right. Oh, sorry about that sound. Ah, my ears. But yeah, you can see the stamping action like this. And now we're going to make some biscuits. I have my lined tray here. I've lined it with some non-stick baking parchment, the reusable type because it does not stick at all. What I've done is I've actually divided my dough into 3 pieces because I actually want to use all 3 of those moulds, so I'll try and make it kind of even. And I also have a bowl of flour here because I want to roll my dough in that to make sure it doesn't stick to the moulds. So what we're going to do first is we're going to take about, let's see, a heaped teaspoon. Let's say the equivalent of 2 teaspoonfuls, so a very, very, very heaped teaspoon. Like this. Pop it in our hands. Roll it out roughly into a ball. I'm going to very lightly roll it in the flour like this. Then we're going to pop this in the mould. This, give it a little press, pop it down on our tray, and then we're going to plunge it quite firmly, release, and release our biscuit. Isn't that so pretty? Right, let's do this again and again. Right, our cookies are all ready to go into the oven, so we're going to bake them for 8 to 10 minutes until they're just going golden on the very edges, but no more because we want to keep that lovely pink colour. These are done, now we're going to let them cool down completely, and I'm actually going to add an extra step and decorate them with a little bit of gold. We are ready to paint our biscuits. I've made 23, by the way, all together. I've got the overflow plate here. Of course, it will depend how much dough you put into the mould or how thinly you roll the dough out if you're doing the cookie cutter mould as to how many you'll have in the end, but I have 23. And to paint them, I'm going to take some edible gold luster dust and I'm going to water it down with a little bit of vodka. Don't worry, it all evaporates off, you're not going to get alcoholic cookies. Mix that in and we're going to get painting. I'm going to choose this one because it's right in the middle. So however you want to paint it, it is up to you. I am going by the outlines. Okay, so I ended up only painting about half of them because you ever start something and then you're not sure whether it actually looks worse, so I stopped because I thought actually I like them plain, but now looking at them I do quite like them painted. I think they're both beautiful in their own way, so I'm actually quite happy that I have half and half. And they're just the right size for dunking into a good cup of tea too. Lovely. And here we have our little Sakura Shortbread. These smell heavenly. It's got that classic floral Sakura scent and you can smell all of that gorgeous butter in there as well. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite, so cheers. So good! It almost melts in the mouth because we used icing sugar so there isn't any crunchiness in there. Just the crunchiness from the outside of the bake, but inside it's almost tender. That is a really nice basic shortbread with that added twist of Sakura. It's amazing. And what a wonderfully simple recipe to start spring off with. I'm gonna enjoy it with my cup of tea. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com. Find me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes on there. And you can find me on TikTok too. I'm also tashcakes, but I'm also at Food in Slow Motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you liked it to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I will see you guys next time. Be good, be nice, and have a good week. one hair that's determined to go straight into my eyeball.